There's a boathouse over here. Nobody around it. I went down there yesterday and there was a bench overlooking the lake. Had no desire to go in the lake. When I was in high school, I had a sunfish and we had a little lake behind the house. And I'd go around to the boat dock, put it in there and sail around. And I saw the alligators back there and I saw the water moccasins, and I don't have any desire to have any one of those guys say, "No, look, an intruder. Let's go get them." So now I don't want to be harassed by the local critters. I'll just look at their stuff. They can keep it.
Good neighbor trail.
Sometimes at work, I'll sit down there and I'll sit down at 8 o'clock, start reading the mail, just start going, and then boom, before you know it, it's noon. You gotta take a break because you got a 1:30 appointment for lunch, so you gotta get back in time. So you go off to work, eat your lunch, come back, sit down, start going through those meetings and those tasks, and it's 5 o'clock, day's over with, and they don't want you hanging out longer than that for life balance reasons. You can, and they're not gonna do it. So I kind of learned how to throttle myself with regards to, I'll stay and can generally gauge the velocity of that day's business and how many interruptions there have been and what else is going on, where you're at in your quarter, and what are your plans for all that. So you got all that processing going on. I've got none of that going on this week so far, and it is so relaxing. And when I come back, I'll be energized. I'll be ready to go. But there's not a calendar I've got to keep on this pace. We get up, me and Shane, we talk for 2 hours. What do we want to do? And I'm not feeling that. I wasn't really either. And then going on from there and just saying, well, let's ride over here. And we could probably ride her in cooler parts of the day, but we spend so much time discussing it before we actually get going. But off we go, and we have a good time. This has been really relaxing. Shane's got all kinds of theories, and he's fun to be around. Listen to him describe them, and they'll weave in between that and social context and history together, history in the military. It's just a very, very fun time to just sit around with somebody and off you go. What trail are we on? We're on the Good Neighbor Trail in Central Florida.
Right next to the Ocala National Forest.
And
over here's nothing but scrub.
So you go, well, why didn't you guys bring your wives? Why aren't they part of this? Well, this is a fruit of us letting our wives get together. So this week they're all up at Hilton Head at Allison Scott, sister and brother-in-law to Linda, super couple. They've got a nice place in Sea Pines in Hilton Head, and Allison's up there with Linda and two of her high school friends, and they're just up there having a good time. And so their husbands, we used to all hang out together, but one of them passed away, so it's just an all ladies weekend. We thought, hey, that's great. So I was talking to Shane. I said, hey, the same week that they're going on up to Hilton Head, you want to go camping somewhere? So we agreed to the idea. We just didn't agree to the place, and we just kept going on. And he's one of the campers, so I let him drive where we were going to go. And we went here because he knows this area really well, and so we've had a really, really, really good time. So we out riding 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's only 85. It's overcast. It's really kind of pleasant, and we're driving along. wanted to run out this campground. It's like the primitive campground. We hadn't been out here before, and we get out here, and there's this tree in its own little island right here.